Does it seem like you're losing a lot more money in Las Vegas casinos lately? It's not just your imagination. Deep in the heart of the Mojave Desert, a shadowy transformation is taking place. A change so insidious most people don't even realize it's happening, but it threatens to shake the very foundations of the world's most popular gambling destination. The billion-dollar casino resorts in the Las Vegas Strip are quietly altering their games to make it more expensive to play, while also making it harder to win. These shifts, which include lower payouts, higher minimum bets, and riskier game variations, are part of a broader strategy by casino operators to attract wealthier clientele and boost their profits. Even as corporate profits skyrocket, the strategy risks alienating millions of regular tourists and causing permanent damage to the area's reputation. For decades, the Las Vegas Strip was a haven for gamblers of all budgets, from the millionaire whales to the budget-conscious low rollers. During this golden era, Vegas built its reputation as a top destination for value-seeking gamblers and middle-class tourists. They did this by offering a variety of loose slot machines, low-limit games, cheap buffets, affordable hotel rooms, and plenty of unique perks. Casinos entice gamblers with cheap drinks, 3-2 blackjack payouts, low minimum bets, single-zero roulette, and a fun gambling atmosphere that you cannot find anywhere else. The value proposition in the early years of Las Vegas lasted for decades and really helped cement Las Vegas as the go-to gambling getaway because it became known as a place where customers got a great bang for their buck. In the late 90s and early 2000s, even as tourism boomed, things started to change. Increasing competition from regional casinos and online gambling sites put pressure on Las Vegas to differentiate itself and provide unique experiences to draw visitors. Major corporate operators like MGM Resorts and Caesars Entertainment started focusing on attracting higher-end customers who spent more on non-gaming amenities like luxury hotel rooms, fine dining, nightclubs, entertainment, and retail shopping. This allowed the casinos to be less reliant on gaming revenue alone, and it worked very well. But these adjustments, while creating record profits for the corporations, are coming at the cost of a worse gambling experience for many visitors. One of the most significant changes has been to blackjack, the fast-paced card game that has been a staple of casino floors for decades. Traditionally, a natural blackjack, an ace plus a 10 value card, paid out 3-2. So a $10 bet would win $15. But now, over 2/3 of blackjack tables on the Strip only pay 6-5, meaning that the same $10 bet only wins $12. While the difference may seem subtle, it adds up quickly over the course of a gambling session. The change massively increases the house edge, tilting the odds even more in the casino's favor. What's more, minimum bets are being raised to $25 or $50 at many blackjack tables during peak times, whereas $15 minimums used to be common. The combination of reduced payouts and higher minimums really eats into players' bankrolls, often wiping them out before they've even begun. In a recent Wall Street Journal article, gambling expert John Mahaffey stated, "People are figuring out something's wrong, but it is just not obvious what that is." For the casual visitor, the impact may not be immediately apparent, but for regular players, it's becoming increasingly difficult to come out ahead. Roulette, another casino classic, has also seen changes that greatly benefit the house. Most American roulette wheels have 38 pockets, 18 red, 18 black, and 2 green, a single zero and double zero. But many Vegas casinos have introduced triple zero roulette wheels, adding a third triple zero green pocket. While one extra pocket may seem insignificant, it further increases the house edge. In fact, triple zero roulette changes the house edge from 5.26% to 7.69%, a whopping 46.2% increase. The number of triple zero roulette tables in Las Vegas grew from just a handful in 2016 to over 80 in 2023. For the unsuspecting gambler, the odds of their number coming up are getting slimmer, and many don't even know it. In addition to unfavorable rule changes, casinos are also reducing the overall number of table games they offer, especially for lower stakes players. The number of blackjack tables on the Strip has declined by 19% in the past decade. Some of those tables are being replaced by automated electronic versions with no live dealers. While these electronic games have much lower minimum bets, they lack the social interaction and excitement of playing with a live dealer and other players. It's yet another way that the Vegas experience is being diluted for those without deep pockets. However, the casinos like them from a cost perspective because the more electronic table games they have, the less employees they need to operate the casino. The cumulative result of these changes is that many visitors are getting less play for their money, losing at a faster rate, and facing more limited options if they're not high rollers. Casinos justify the changes by pointing to rising labor costs that make table games more expensive to operate. But the other part that's not as obvious to casual travelers is that they're focusing on attracting a higher-end clientele because it makes them much more money, at least in the short term. Last year, in response to a question from a Wall Street Journal analyst citing fears that Las Vegas will peak soon, Caesars Entertainment CEO Tom Reeg said, "You get better by up-tiering the average customer that is coming to the market." And that's what you can see in our own microcosm of the market in Caesars, where what's happened in our business over the last 3 years is both the expense discipline, but also a better average customer. He added, "You're bringing in higher value customers and you're already full. So you're kicking out the lowest end. I see no reason why that needs to or would stop." That pretty much sums up how the corporate overlords who dominate Las Vegas currently see things. For now, the casino strategy seems to be paying off. Despite the rule changes and higher costs for visitors, tourism and gambling in Las Vegas is booming. Strip casinos generated record gaming revenue of $8.9 billion in 2023. A 7.4% increase over 2022. Visitors are still flocking to Sin City even if they're getting a worse deal at the tables. The casinos are betting that the allure of Las Vegas, the luxury, the entertainment, the sheer spectacle of it all will keep people coming back, even as the odds are increasingly stacked against them. And so far, that bet is paying off handsomely. But some gambling experts warn that the casino corporations may be overplaying their hand. Longtime casino executive and table games consultant Bill Zender warns that degrading the value proposition for players could backfire in the long run. He told the Wall Street Journal, "If you go into a casino and gamble and you lose your money fairly quickly, almost every time, you don't feel like you're getting the bang for your buck." Many would strongly agree with that statement. There's a risk that players will eventually wise up to the bad odds and take their business elsewhere, whether that's to other gambling destinations with better rules or out of casinos altogether. For now, though, the house is winning bigger than ever in Las Vegas. And when it comes to casino gambling, the house always has the advantage. Visitors to Sin City should go in with their eyes wide open, understanding that the glitz and glamour comes at a steeper price than ever before. For those dreaming of striking it rich on the Strip, the odds of that jackpot are getting longer by the day. But here are a few tips for increasing your chances of coming out ahead. Avoid the following games. Keno. This game has a very high house edge of anywhere from 20 to about 40%, making it one of the worst bets in the casino. The odds of winning are extremely low. Wheel of Fortune, Big Six, or Big Wheel, or any other similar name. This game has a house edge of around 11%, even on the safest bet of $1. Betting on the Joker gives the house a huge edge of around 24%. Certain slot machines, low denomination penny slots have some of the worst odds for the player, with the casino holding an 11 to 12% edge. Higher denomination slots like $1 and $5 are usually better. 6-5 blackjack games. Even though it's becoming harder and harder to do, avoid any blackjack game that only pays 6 to 5 on a natural blackjack instead of the standard 3 to 2 payout. Even when playing with perfect strategy, the house edge on 6 to 5 blackjack is hard to overcome. Side bets and gimmicky table games. Most blackjack and poker variations like Let It Ride, 3-card poker, and blackjack side bets give the house a much higher statistical advantage compared to the standard versions of the game. Avoid these gimmicks at all costs. Play these games instead. 3-2 blackjack. If played with perfect basic strategy, regular blackjack offers some of the best odds with only a 0.5% house edge depending on the specific table rules. This requires memorizing the optimal plays for each situation though. Craps. Making simple bets like the pass line or don't pass line gives the house only a 1.4% edge. Craps is considered one of the most fun and social games with good odds. Baccarat. The banker and player bets in Baccarat have a low house advantage between 1.01% to 1.24%. It's a simple, elegant, and fun game that's been growing in popularity for several years. Video poker. If you can find machines with good pay tables, certain video poker variations like full pay deuces wild or jacks or better can have a very low house edge with under 0.5% with optimal play. What do you think about the changes being made at strip casinos? Be sure to leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.